So Guardbro thought it would be a good idea to throw eggs at this
triggered.
guy. Guardbro did get triggered. Personally, so I don't really know anything about what do you call Matt Koval. I know that he sees at him because he gives horrible advice. But TG also sees about me, so like I don't really know. I mean, it's one of those ones like I don't know. I've never really watched the guy. I've maybe watched like 3 or 4 videos on his like DM stuff, but I'm not the biggest fan of him anyway. I just don't. I think he's just not someone that I'm really interested in.
I have not seen
really
one good take from this fucking poppy-headed looking idiot.
So let's go into it. This is the thread that triggered you. Do you want to?
Bro, I am in this thread and I am seething the entire time. Legolas uses arrows, but never says to the party, "Let me buy some arrows from the arrow store." Is he right? Is resource management, ammo, torches, food, etc., incompatible with games that use the heroic fantasy genre? And of course, you know, like there's ones down below where it says like Legolas like pulls out Legolas literally runs out of arrows and then starts stabbing folks with his fucking daggers. Like I cannot.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah, I cannot stand how people try and say like you shouldn't even bother with research. Well, then it kind of ruins the whole part of an RPG. You are role playing. You have to manage your ammo, your torches, your food, because at that point you're just playing a fucking adventure game where like go to A, do stuff, you're good. Like you're not just going on a a fucking Adobe Flash adventure game. You're playing an RPG game, and if you never have to worry about running out of ammo or torches or food, then the whole aspect of the game is taken away. And So you see the one down below. No, I think he has some good advice, but he's also a fat, greedy capitalist pig who larps as a socialist, which is correct. Matt Colville is He is a champagne socialist, and I fucking hate him. He's like, we need socialism, guys, and he suckles the teat of fucking Watsy like it's like a giant fucking pog nipple or some shit. I just hate it.
Why are they always like? See, this is the thing that gets me. So I wrote an article for Mad Scribe. It's for the next one, although the man hasn't said to me whether or not it's going in, whether or not I have to wait until like 4th issue for it to come out. But I wrote an article talking about it was more just marketing in general, but I did touch on like, see, whenever I see a lot of like 5e centric YouTube channels, I feel like they can't actually be honest and they can't speak about stuff that they might actually be interested in.
No, they can't, because these people are afraid of upsetting their, and I do use massive air quotes, main audience. Like, God forbid they want to talk about like anything, anything, even remotely, even a scotch of like problematic, like anything. It just
It feels like I think a lot of people end up cultivating audiences that they don't even like a lot of the time. You know what I mean? I feel like, for me, I just want to do videos on shit that I'm interested in. That's honestly what it comes down to. And I feel like
I just want to be happy.
Yeah. Well, if you only do stuff on stuff that you're actually into, then you're going to end up cultivating an audience of people that are very similar to you, that have kind of similar interests. Like, yeah, I'm interested in war games, interested in role-playing games, but I also do touch on a lot of other subjects. I like to think so, you know, and I don't know, that's just the way it is for me. But I feel like people like this fella can't speak freely, or they're not able to, because they're scared of, what if they don't like me? What if they're gonna burn you know what I mean, for long think. And I feel like that's very common on a lot of pretty much all NormTube at this point, you know what I mean? And I would consider generally at this point almost most of like what's the 5e centric YouTube channels are very normie tier.
They're not normie, they're cucked. They're literally they are being held by the leash so hard by not only the deranged 5e fan base, but Watsy themselves. If they step even a toe out of line, they get fucking whipped to death like a little piggy they are. Like, it's just like there are people who will not come on this podcast with us. I have asked a lot of them, and all of them say no. Why do you think they say no? Because they are too afraid of upsetting the D&D fan base. Because they'll try and cancel me.
Yeah, they can go on your podcast. I don't want anything to most people. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people forget just how antisocial I am. And like, see, when it comes to it, I just don't really have the time to like chat to like a lot of people, you know what I mean, online for like any length of time. You know what I mean? I send messages to people from time to time, but like I just don't have the time for like full scale conversation with like people all that often. And I feel like that's what you got to do. Like, see behind the scenes of ShOp, there's a lot of dick sucking, to say the least.
Oh,
like,
there's a lot. There are tons of knob slobbing. Like, if even I've been in the Discord with these people, and they're just constantly fucking knob slobbering. It's fucking just disgraceful.
Yeah, you get that quite a bit. So, but like, let's keep going with this. Let's see what's the issue. Personally, for me, if I be honest with you guys, I pretty much anytime where I'm in town, I just go for it's like, yeah, I fill up on as much ration, and if I'm using ours or whatever, give me as many as you can. But generally, I don't really keep that much track of it. I'm kind of leaving that regard of the time. I'm sorry, guys. I know, I'm very sorry. Also, Teal refuses to give me a bag of holding. Fuck you, Teal. He's like, no, James, you can't have a bag of holding. It's like, why not? It's a really big. It's because I know what you'll do with it. It's like, I won't do anything. Can I please just have a bag of holding to put all my shit into for one? And then there was one time he tried to hit me with like, James, so yeah, you've got like a few 100,000. It's like, carrying that on you. It's like, well, no, but. Can I have like 1,000 gold? Is that okay? It's like, okay, I'll let you have 1,000. Thanks. Can I have a debit card? No, James, you can't have a debit card. It's like, colonial, or you're not getting a fucking debit card. Okay, it's a magic debit card. How does that sound? Can I have that, please? You know what? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna the magic Bitcoin, the magic cheat.
The magic
I'm gonna
Bitcoin.
build. Yeah, I'm gonna build. Well, you know what? Actually, I do think blockchain technology would fit quite easily into a lot of magic just putting it out there. But hey, look, you guys don't want to hear me talk about fucking chain or any of that sort of stuff. So let's keep going. How do you do management? I know that's one thing I don't like about your game. That's the only thing I don't like about your game, Guardbro, is you do everything in pounds. I don't know how to do pounds. I do like either kg or like stone. I don't know why, but I need to do it in stone. I can comprehend how much a stone weighs. I can't comprehend it in pounds. It just doesn't make sense.
How many stones?
I just can't comprehend that. I just can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You can shout at me all you want about your mutants and all that shit, but like, will we go into this thread? Do you want to go into this thread?
Yeah. So basically, I mean, the entire time, for one, in the actual book series, he's always scavenging for arrows. I mean, any archer of any kind is going to be scavenging for bolts or arrows, or say you have throwing axes, you're going to go and try and pick your axes back up. You're not just, these arrows don't just poof into the fucking ether when they're used. You go, like after a combat, you can go, all right, you shot 20 arrows, go ahead and roll a d20 to see how many arrows survive the combat. And you're already making the game more of an RPG than it already had to be. Like, all right, you're trying to scavenge for arrows, you get back 10 arrows, you know, that kind of shit. Or you can scavenge the bodies for enemy arrows. Like, I don't understand why this guy thinks resource management is bad. Like, lEgOlAs uses arrows all the fucking time, then he scavenges said arrows, and then when he runs out of arrows, he starts stabbing motherfuckers. Like, it's such a piss poor take from a fucking champagne socialist.
Yeah, that, and also, you remember you are dealing with a movie. Do you really think a scene of lEgOlAs going to, like, I don't know, what, like, he goes to Wuhan and he buys some arrows before they go into Edilis, you know what I mean, in Edilis? Like, well, you're not going to put that scene in. I'm sorry, that's just really boring. There's not much you can put in there, you know? I got nothing else to really put on that. It just feels like if they cut out Tom Bombadil, you know what I mean? Like, come on, you know, are you going to put in that scene of like, oh, I'm going to buy shit from the shop? You know, like, unless it's really needed, there's a lot of other shit and we're going to squeeze dead. You know, that's the only thing I can really put on it.
I mean, it's just, I cannot stand shit takes like this. Like, I love the guy right here. Well, hold on, stop. Why does this photo activate my flight or fight instincts? maybe laugh when I saw it.
Felt he was yeah, there's something about him. I don't know. I haven't really looked at him too much. I forever see them in that picture hidden like smoking a pipe or something, but like I've never spent any time looking at him. The ones I do like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna talk about some channels that I actually really appreciate. I really like Dungeon Craft. I think his stuff's really top tier. He really into OSR stuff. He likes to talk about Lamentations of the Princess, which again a lot of people are very scared of. I think his takes are very good across the board. A lot of people complain saying he gets more and more involved in like bullshit, like WotC politics stuff. But like
Shocking.
honestly, I feel like I'm at the point where like, yeah, we kind of have to talk about this stuff. Otherwise, you know, what else are you gonna do? Like, you know, are you just gonna be like, oh yeah, are we gonna end up like the comic book industry where it's like, oh yeah, but Guardbro, do you know who Spider-Man is at the minute? Do you know what the current Spider-Man is?
It's Miles Morales, isn't it?
No.
Do you mean like the live action Spider-Man?
No, in the comics currently,
okay.
The current Spider-Man is a lesbian in a wheelchair. I am not making that up.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, I'm getting a wheelchair Spider-Man. I am not making that up. Like, latest Spider-Man is a lesbian woman in a wheelchair, August 2022. Like, this is what we're going to be dealing with in a few years. Like, this is why I feel like...
What the fuck? Why she gotta...
Yeah.
Hold on. Why is she shooting a web of a PR-24? What the fuck is going on here?
I think they're supposed to be clutch.
What?
That's what I think they are.
Fuck off. Is that a rainbow dress? Is she a... Hold on. She's a gay, paraplegic, lesbian Spider-Man?
Yeah. I don't know what else. But that's what we're going to be dealing with. Like, that is what we're going to be dealing with.
Actually, hold on. Wouldn't... If she has no leg power, wouldn't her legs be all fucking flipping around all weird and shit? Like, awkward angles.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, if you look at this picture, the legs are kind of floppy there, not gonna lie. So, maybe, I don't know. Again, Spider-Man, you can get away with all that stuff, so, like, I don't know, maybe not having legs. Yeah, I expect Spider-Man to have his working, just saying. That's all I can say on all of it. But again, this is what I feel like,
Hold on. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around legless fucking Spider-Man. So if she goes and plaps on a building, does she just, like, upper arm strength that bitch climbing up the building? And secondly, and secondly, like, okay, hold on. Why is she in a wheelchair? Is she paraplegic? Is she got like the sclerosis thing going on? Like her EDS? What's EDS? Shit.
I have absolutely no idea.
EDS sickness, illness. EDS is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Are a group of rare inherited conditions that affect connective tissue. Makes you very elastic. What? Overly flexible joints. Well, this is stupid. Wouldn't the spider powers just fix that shit? They fixed Peter Parker's goddamn vision. They wouldn't fix her goddamn legs.
All right, Guardbro. All I'm gonna say is, whenever Spider-Man gets Spidey senses, Spider-Man gets Spidey senses. Whenever I get it, it's called sensory overload with autism. Okay, guys, it's bullshit, but it's the world we live in. But like, this is what I'm trying to get at. What I'm trying to get at is sometimes we have to be able to talk about whenever Wizards of the Coast make an absolute fucking hack of it. Because if we don't, who the fuck will? There's enough people that suck the cock of WotC all day, every day.
Her name's Charlotte Weber.
Can we not? That's kind of good, actually. Weber. That's actually not a bad name. I like that. That's one of the. Okay, that's one thing I'll give them. But part of that, the name. This is where we're heading. This is where nerd culture is heading. Look at comics. This is what they've done to comics. This is what we're living with now. It's been 10 years. Look at movies. Look what they're trying to do with The Sound of Freedom. For God's sake, they're trying to paint that as like a QAnon fucking film. It's a movie about human trafficking, about very much real life human trafficking that actually happened.
Fighting and combating that human trafficking.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that saying that human trafficking of children is a bad thing. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to fucking tell you at this point. I don't know, man. Like, what do you say to that? Oh my god. No, that's to hear what are you on about. You don't want to hear the most fucked up thing about that? Apparently the movie was made in 2018. It got shelved.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got out.
They fucking memory hold that bitch. But somehow the anti-groomer child trafficking movie was able to wiggle free into the open air. And I was like, I love how it's like they're issuing all these warnings about it. Like, if you're gay, you shouldn't watch this. Why is that? Do tell. Why shouldn't the gays watch this? Do explain to me why they shouldn't watch this.
I have no words for that type of shit.
Hey guys, do you like models in your tabletop role-playing games? 'Cause we do too. Do you like having big bitty waifus on your table? 'Cause we do too. We got human biddies, we got lizard biddies, we got orc biddies, oni biddies, cat bussies. We've got everything you want at neckbeardia.co.uk.
Check the links down below, it helps us out a lot.
Sorry for interrupting the video, let's get on with the story. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy! Yay! Woo! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's get back to the video.
But like, yeah, so that's the biggest thing that I see people playing about Dungeon Craft. I really like his stuff. I think he's very cozy. So he's pretty good. I like him. I think he's the other one I like is Seskorski. I think he's quite good. Mostly he focuses on Call of Cthulhu and stuff like that. So he does.
Neckbeardia, Call of Cthulhu is problematic because the guy who wrote it had he had bad takes.
yeah, but like I don't care. Either way,
don't care.
like
L ratio, nay, dab.
Yeah, I like Seskorski. I like Dungeon Craft. I don't mind Pumpkin. RPG Pumpkin can be okay.
Don't get me started on that shit. I've been down to deal with that stuff all fucking week. I have a message for all those who make RPG games. How about you shut the fuck up, stop being a bunch of goddamn high schools, and make your goddamn RPG games? Your opinion doesn't matter that much, okay? We're all very small fish in a very even small pond. You guys are all acting like little bunch of fucking children. You need to shut the fuck up and make shut the fuck up. Make your RPG game. All right. No one cares about your other opinions on world problems. You create fantasy worlds. Shut the fuck up. Make your fantasy worlds. What I'm doing. You don't see me going on Twitter like, actually, you guys are, you don't call people Nazis. Don't call people like Jew hunters. Just shut the fuck up. Make your RPG game and shut the fuck up.
It's so ridiculous. Honestly,
it is.
I like some of his videos, but like see his Twitter, oh my fucking god, it's actually insane. And like see the amount of arguing that I've seen recently. John the Basic Expert, his stuff's quite good. I'd recommend checking him out. He is doing the artwork for my Death March game, although he's got me 2 pictures so far over the course of 8 months, which is just great. So I don't know if Death March is ever going to see the light of day, if I be honest with you guys. Who else? I like Venger, but I don't really like Venger's videos, if I be honest with you. I'd more just like him as a person. I think his books are quite good, but I don't think he's very good at like YouTube, if I be honest with you. But by that, I like the guy. You know what I mean? That'll be all I can say. Oh, you know who does some good videos? James Ladgy, Dream Princess. Normally, he did a really good video talking about drive-thru a while back. I would highly recommend anyone to watch that video. It's about an hour long, but I think very much worthwhile, and I think he touches on a lot of good subjects.
I can't wait for Venger to pop in your comment section.
Yeah. Anyone else? Who else, Guardbro? Is there anyone else you would recommend that's like decent to watch?
To watch? I mean, I don't really watch a lot of RPG guys. I mean, I talk to guys on Twitter who make the damn things, like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and all that shit, and like Diversity and Dragons and all that. But it's just like
Diversity and Dragons. He's quite. See, if you want news and stuff, I would say just go with him. He'd be the best person for news. And again, he doesn't like games. He doesn't do anything like that. He's more just he wants to do he wants to do news. He wants to commentary. Yeah, that's all his sort of thing. And he's quite good at it. So he is. But I would say check him out if you want like any
Well, to be fair, he's not choking on a big old liberal dick.
Yeah, which is quite nice, you know.
Ooh, woo, pull the leash harder, Watsy.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be about it. I can't if there's anyone else that I missed that I can't think of. Yeah, that would be the only ones that I would really bother watching. Yeah, that'll be about it. But yeah, honestly, we're in a really shit situation, I think, when it comes to more tabletop games in general. We are at a point where how did this video turn into this? You're talking about
you brought us here. It was you. We all know it was you.
All right. Do you want to go back, or how far are we in?
I mean, to be fair, this is mostly a podcast shit, and we're at 20 minutes, so I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how we got here. We're all kind of. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Just dudes who have pull on YouTube giving shit takes, which was going to affect things at a greater scope than what they are. I don't think we should.
I would consider myself a professional at shit takes. I'll have you do Guardbro. And you know the bad thing is, my takes change every week. I'm not even joking. It just depends on what mood I'm in, whether or not I agree with something or not half the time. I don't know. That's just what I feel like. I feel like your opinion should be good, and like, you know, whenever the facts change or the situation.
Unlike your gender, your opinion should be fluid. I agree.
Well, it should be though. Like, let's be serious. What was true today was not true 10 years ago. If you still have the exact same worldview as what you did when you were 16.
You know what? You were right. At one point, I thought, man, that Russian army will be terrifying.
Yeah. Well,
Lo and behold, it is not at all.
Yeah, definition paper tiger. But that's the thing, like, you know, you need to be able to
Paper bleed.
reevaluate. You have to be able to reevaluate your world from time to time and be able to take in new information and be like, oh, right, okay, well, what we used to do doesn't seem to be the case. Or, okay, it's not always true, but sometimes it can be. Or, you know what I mean? You guys get exactly what I'm fucking on about. I would say don't put yourself into a box and don't, like, fucking die in a hill over something unless it's, like, absolutely necessary to. You know what I mean? Like, to get back to the point that Guardbro was saying, pretty much some of these guys were dying on a hill over, like, rules is written. Who cares about rules is written? Honestly, if you and your group, like,
It's more like guidelines and actual rules.
That's why I view it as guidelines. Honestly, I think like the rules should be a solid framework.
What do you mean I can't sell these elves as slave femboys?
Well, yeah, that's up to the DM. If the DM doesn't want you to sell them as elf slave femboys, then there you go. It's up to them. You know, that's all I can really put on it. And it feels like such a pointless thing to fucking argue about. If I'm playing a war game, I feel like war games are much more competitive and it's one-on-one. To me, goals is written. Yes, 100% goals is written. You can't just take liberties whenever it comes to like a 1v1 sort of game. It just doesn't work like that. So I'm more than happy goals is written. But when it comes to like an RPG, which is like more of like a cooperative game than
more about storytelling than anything else.
It's a cooperative fucking problem solving with extra steps. If your party can come up with a great solution to the problem that's something you never even thought about, what's the point in being like, oh, I can't believe they outsmarted me? No, be fucking happy that they came up with a fucking good idea. Be like, you know what? Okay, yeah, let's go with that. Let's see. Do you get the right dice roll? Sweet, let's go. What's the problem? I mean, what's fucking ish? I feel, and you know the problem is, it just have made such big fucking waves with a lot of these people that it's like the arguing just went on for like a month and a half solid, and it was just fucking ridiculous. There was no need. There was no need to be getting on like that. And I feel bad because I haven't really went into any detail to explain what half the argument was about. But frankly, you're better off because I just feel like I need to vent to you guys about how fucking retarded it was. Sound good?
Oh, Jesus.
Where do we go from here?
I
Where
don't
do we
know.
even go from here?
I have no idea. WotC bad, D&D sucks, suck my dick.
Yeah, pretty much. Matt, I'm sorry, I don't even know you. I've never even watched any of your videos.
Don't apologize. Do not apologize to this fucking subhuman.
Well, I've honestly, I don't really know the guy. I've never even like watched. I've watched like a couple of videos.
I've watched every single one of his videos on his main channel, and it's literally a shit take after a shit take, and I cannot stand it.
How did you get through every single one of his videos, Guardbro?
Because I have to understand why I hate someone, and I will ruthlessly, literally research you as a person to narrow down why it is I fucking hate you, and I'll use that as my basis of hating you and your fucking opinions. So when I hear, because it could be okay, you know what? It could be one shit take. So I research you and I realize, oh no, you just fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot blame folks for one bad take, because everyone has bad takes. I have bad takes. You have bad takes. Sometimes you just got a bad take. But Matt Colville's is a shit person.
So would you say is there anyone, the only one I would say, oh, you know who I can't stand? Okay, I'm just going to put it out. I can't stand BaD the World Builder.
BaD the World Builder, really? Don't like him.
I'm sure he seems nice. Oh, you know the one who I actually like. It's BaD the World Builder. He just seems really bland, and like again, I've only ever seen like clips of him. So like, he just seems like a SoiJak. It seems like a walking SoiJak, but I'm sure he's probably a nice guy.
I mean,
but, like I've never like interacted with him, but he just seems like He just seems like a SoiJak, and you guys know exactly what I mean by that. He just seems like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bob, if you're watching this. You're probably not playing Nazi chud, but like it's okay. Who else is really bad? Oh, you know.
I can just picture Bob like, damn man, what the fuck, man?
He seems, you know, he's not that bad. You know who I
mean,
actually think.
Well, the thing is, Bob does ride the D&D dick quite hard. I will give you that.
That, and also he does seem to be a silent fan of Dungeon Crawl Classics. So I don't think he actually. I think he actually does play like OSR games, and he doesn't actually play 5e at all. I think he just does 5e stuff on YouTube because that's where the clicks are. You know what I mean? That's what I personally think. I went to the channel real quick. Just like this is like this picture of Bob being like, man, that's rude. That's me. There's this new video. Why Neckbeardia is problematic. Yeah, I don't know. Like he seems like an okay. Like you know, he doesn't seem that bad, but like the guy, a bit of a SoiJak. You can't deny it. I'm sorry. Bob. I'm sorry,
Bob. You're just a fucking wRiTIng.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You just look like the SoiJak meme, and if you look like the SoiJak meme, I don't know what to tell you, man. Who else? Trash. Okay, you know what? Someone who I actually don't like, and I feel like he is a lizard human being with like a skin suit, is Goobertine Hobbies. I'm not a fan of him at all.
Oh god, like, Goobertine. Yeah. I
feel like
I guess
we're
all right, boys. We're now reviewing other creators on YouTube in the same sphere. Goobertown. See, I actually quite liked Goobertown at first, but then
does some of his painting stuff. He is a good painter.
Welcome
I'll
to
give him
Goobertown,
that.
huh?
Sometimes he tries stuff that just doesn't fucking work. Like doing like I remember there was a tweet piece that he was doing, and he was putting like the weirdest colors on it. And don't get me wrong, I think his painting style is decent. He's able to speed paint. He does do some good videos.
One thing I noticed, and it's still true, is that his videos are really slowing down too.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched him in a while.
Like
but that's true with a lot of people.
Like multiple months between stuff. I mean, and the thing is, Goobertown always freaked me out because just his
smile.
No,
his
face. It's just his face.
Yeah.
He has that I eat children after I run them down the alleyway face, and I know I'm sure he's a great guy, but his face causes me like to go to my fight reflex.
Yeah. I don't know about I'm sorry, Goobertine, but like, I think his name's Liam, so it is. I don't know. The guy just, I don't think his, what do you call him, Bob? What do you call the painter, Bob Ross? He has that sort of persona about him that he tries to put on, and there's something about that just screams fake to me. See, whenever I come across people online that try to appear very safe and very nice and like overly nice or like very sweetly nice, it just comes to me, it just screams like really pushing it and really trying it, and it looks to me like a skin suit. It just doesn't seem good to me. People just aren't like that, I don't think, or at least not like how I've came across a lot of people. I appreciate what he's trying, but like, and I think his painting is quite good. Like, he does have some good tech and all that jazz, but the guy just gives me the willies. That's all I can put on it. I'm sorry.
It's like that wide-eyed, like 1,000-yard baby eater stare.
What the fuck does he get? What is that? Like, come on, mom. Like, I don't know. I
wonder what your newborn tastes like. But yeah, another one would be.
Who you want to go for? Who?
I'm trying to think of all the people I usually watch. Because like, how much shade do you and I want to throw?
Most people are. You know what? The thing is, most of the people they're not bad people. They seem to be like. There's no one I can think of that. Because
like I can go pretty deep into this and start explaining why I hate some folks. Like one of the few YouTubers who does D&D stories that I actually like is Dinner the Drake. I like him a lot because he's actually funny and he has some pretty hot takes on stuff that actually made me laugh a few times, and he doesn't really pull back on shots either. So Dinner the Drake for me gets a pass because I think it's funny. However, like shit like Crispy's Tavern, oh my god.
Again, I just don't really watch any. I have never really watched any other like YouTube storytime channels.
Oh, I'm sure you've watched Crit Crap, haven't you?
I've seen like again. quite seen about as seen mind as I've seen like Bob the Will Builder. To be honest with you, I don't know. I just don't. I'm not really interested in like like the heckin' Reddit story times. I did enjoy them when Megan did them.
Heckin' Reddit story time.
I really enjoyed doing them with Megan, but when it comes to like anyone else, I'm just not interested in. I feel like me and Megan have fun whenever we record them.
Okay,
you know
okay.
What I mean?
I know. How do you feel about Major Kill?
Major Kill. I've worked with Major Kill on a good few occasions.
Really?
Yeah. I helped him set up a fitness store, so I did Major Kill. I have done a few things with him, and I have
base 40k hentai. Base 40k hentai. Base 40k hentai.
I have worked with him on a few projects behind the scene. He has given me a few like shout outs before for my model, like my website and whatnot, so I couldn't say anything bad about the guy. What I will say is I have came to him with other ideas which I thought were very fucking good ideas, which would have made us all a lot of fucking money. But he's like, I don't know, man, I don't know. So that's the only bad thing I can say about Major Kill is maybe he needs to fucking think about some of these ideas a bit more before he
These based ideas of mine.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, I'm an ideas guy, okay? I come up with ideas, I come up with new plans, I come up with strategies, and you know what? The bulk of the time, whenever I come up with new ideas, most of the time they work. Sometimes they're stupid, and I'm okay with saying they're stupid, but it doesn't matter how stupid they are. If they work, they work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I can really put up. But Major Kill, he's actually, I've had nothing but good experiences with them, to be honest with you.
That's
so
good. How about
all I would really.
You watch Squidmore?
No, I haven't. I know that he did paintbrushes. I don't know anything else about him.
Squidmore is a big set piece painter who does a lot of 40k stuff. Like he.
I've seen his some of the pictures of his stuff on Facebook, and they do look good. That's all I can say.
Well, it's funny because like he bought that big ass manta ray from like Forge World, and he did nothing but bitch about Forge World for like fucking an hour and a half, and I was like, based.
Yeah.
Fucking Forge World, look at this bullshit warped. And I was like, yes.
I'll give you one. What do you call him? Look. The guy. No, look. Let me get him up. Look, Painting.
Oh, Luke painting.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh fuck, what's this channel called? Yeah, this guy Geek.
Oh, Geek Gaming. Yeah.
I think his channel was very, very good. At one point, I really loved his channel, but I feel like once he started doing it full time, he moved away from a lot of the previous stuff, and he focused very heavily on pretty much selling stuff on his
I mean, to be quite frank, knowing how bad YouTube is, can you really blame him?
That's the thing. I don't think that's the problem. I think that's the problem we deal with, especially with YouTube, and I experience the same issues.
Well, I mean, I think Geek Gaming is suffering the same shit we are, because look at, he has 196,000 subscribers. His videos average 20, 13, 12. Like, he's very clearly not getting the engagement he was used to. Because you scroll down a fair ways, you're getting 73k, 42k, 54k, and now it's like 12.
Yeah, it's a shame. It is a little shame for for a lot of guys. And the problem is he moved to do it full time.
Well, the problem is that there are a few guys on here, or quote unquote guys, who paint all like the Rainbow Space Marines, and they're getting 200, 300, 400,000 views a video.
Yeah. Oh, you know who's very good actually? That I actually don't mind. Rogue Hobby. Do you call her? You know the girl.
Rogue?
She was the one that. Yeah, she replaced Duncan. Or she didn't replace Duncan. She was one of the painters.
No one ever replaced Duncan. Oh, okay. Rogue Hobby. That's
yeah. Do you know? You would recognize her, so you would. She was on a load of the Games Workshop ones. I think it's funny the Games Workshop took away people's face cams. You know what I mean? Or they only show the model now. It's kind of like why I left BuzzFeed. Yeah, you know, like you ever remember that from years back? Like all big YouTubers had a video of why I left BuzzFeed, because eventually, like people who were working for BuzzFeed, they built up a following, and then they just left BuzzFeed and then just did it themselves. You know what I mean? Like anyone who was half decent. So it's kind of like that. She's quite good. I'm trying to think of who else that I think isn't, because you know the thing is, I don't really like. I really try to avoid like slagging them off. You know what I mean?
I love doing it. Okay.
I know.
People slag me off. I love it. I slag them off. I love it. I don't give a fuck. Because at least then it's the only time motherfuckers will be honest with each other is when they slag each other off. Like come on, slag me off. Let me know you're because at least then you're fine. Like there are guys who will be like absolute stonewalls for years until they finally get mad and the honesty finally comes out. It's like, oh, there it is. There's that nugget I knew you had inside you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think my biggest problem when it comes to any form of hobby related channels, I never did anything political until very recently, and I mean very recently is within the last year, and that I've been doing YouTube full time for coming on 5 years in August now, so 4 years pretty much, or 3.5 years.
It's like you're terminally online or something.
Well, you could say that, but no, I didn't do anything political at all, and the reason why is because I wanted to focus more on the actual hobby stuff, but it just got to the point where it's like we have to talk about
the hobby became political.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
Well, it did. It became political and become culture war stuff, and that's what I really don't like. I would have been so much happier if I just never had to deal with a lot of this political stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I would sit and talk to you about it, but I didn't really want to do videos talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I had that Twitter post about is lay on hands sexual assault? Like, fuck off.
Oh my god!
I know you saw that shit.
Yeah.
Is lay on hands a sexual assault or actual healing? Like, why are you here?
Yeah.
No one. I know for a fact no one invited you here. So why are you here?
Yeah, that's the only, honest to God, that's the only people that I really dislike. They would be the only ones that I'm like, please get the fuck out. Is those sort of people that insist.
I will pay you $10 a fuck off.
Yeah, what was that one we did a video on? Remember that guy? The guy that was like, oh, you know what, makes so much sense because the
oh yeah, they make so much sense. The lore doesn't matter, bro. Like you need to get the fuck out behind the gate with you.
It's all that sort of stuff, you know what I mean? It just felt so fucking... I just can't keep up with it, you know? Oh, Eon's Battle, he's quite good. I used to watch Eon's Battle years ago, so I did. I was watching him whenever he was doing just beasts, seemed to paint different types of beasts. His stuff was really good. I've newer actually watched any of his newer stuff. It was really weird because I was subscribed to him and then he stopped uploading for a year and then he came back. So
he's ew, Neckbeardia. stop doing work.
Yeah.
There's also lEgOlAs, LUETIN. He does a lot of the 40k lore videos. His stuff's alright. You can tell he's based because all of his videos don't even involve political shit. It's just 40k has a big problem, you know, the problem with Gulliman, you know, what the fuck is going on? Because he goes deep lore diving, and he Legion of the Damned and the Dark Tide, Rogue Traders, the Angron and his Butcher Nails. He goes into it. This guy's why the fuck is this happening? Because he knows the lore, and I always enjoy watching his videos. While I'm working, if I'm working and playing a game, I'll pull up a lEgOlAs video and have it play in the background, just for background noise.
You know who was? I can't remember the guy's name, but do you remember that guy? This was a few years back, and he was Henry Cavill. I dare you to play a game of 40k with me on my YouTube channel for a charity, and you have to do it now because if you say no, it's for charity. You remember that guy? He was.
I don't, but it sounds like an insufferable twat.
Oh, he wasn't. Let me just Google it here. Let me see if I can find it. But it was.
Hey, Henry Cavill, I'm an insufferable fuckface. Come play me. How about new?
Play 40k for charity. Yeah, that was it. Who's this guy?
Midwinter Minis? Hold on, that's who did this? It was Midwinter? No shit.
Yeah, this was it. It was really. You would need to watch the video so you would to really see it, but it was something really please just don't do that. The guy just it was back before Henry really started talking about 40k, and it was during the lockdowns, and he just posted a picture of him painting custodies or whatever.
If you have a bald spot in your head, you don't challenge Henry Cavill to a 40k game for charity, and then and act like an insufferable cunt about it.
Well,
what the fuck?
What gave me a bad taste in my mouth about it was the way he presented was okay, if you don't play with me a game of 40k for charity on my YouTube channel,
you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's kind of what it came off like.
If you don't play me my fucking YouTube channel, you're a huge piece of shit, Henry Cavill. Like it's like you could say, hey Henry, I know you like 40K. I would love to play you for charity on my channel. Here's my email, and I'd love to hear back from you. You know, there is a decorum you go about it when you're trying to reach out to a absolute Chad list actor like Henry Cavill, because Henry Cavill is more or less like the Chad face, like the current Chad face of the 40K community, because he's Henry fucking Cavill. And you don't try and guilt trip Henry Cavill to playing a goddamn game with you. What, you out of your fucking mind? Because it makes all of us look bad for one.
Yeah, like that was. I think that was one of the only times I've seen someone like do something. I'm like, oh please don't do that. Please don't. Because
you know for a fact a guy like, because Midwinter's kind of a fucking dickhead, to be honest with you. But Midwinter would definitely find like the most horrible net list composed by man. So he was sweating, not trying to beat. I have to beat Henry Cavill, because I've watched Midwinter for quite a long time, and that's
the only thing I know about him. I've never watched any.
So I used to watch his videos for it was a long time ago, because I stopped watching him after a while. Because he just got fucking insufferable. But it's like last year, and it was when he was doing, Where is it? Nuns with Guns. Yeah, so I found him due to Nuns with Guns and Gorka Morka. And I was like, wow, this guy's pretty okay. And the more time that went on, like, the more and more SoiJak he got. And I was just like, this guy gives off big cuck energy. I just stopped watching him, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those ones. I feel like there's very, very YouTube channels that I watch these days related to like any form of like hobby related stuff. Like I'm at the point where I literally just to get my fix online, I just get to go on TV. I'm not even joking. That's pretty much what I do.
I mean,
and I talk to you.
I wish I could say. I wish I could say we weren't the same, but we more or less are. Like if I want any kind of news that's not like purely like like obscenely political, I go to TG nowadays and call it a day there.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's kind of my view on it. Is there anything else worth talking about? I don't know what the fuck this video was. It turned into a bit of a mess, but like, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that kind of mess. You know what I mean? I think it was kind of fun. Anyway, is there anyone else that we missed that like we should probably bring up? Oh, you know who I watch a lot of? I watch a lot of Sam Hyde. That's like he'd be one of the main person that I watch on. Well, I don't even watch him on YouTube anymore. That's how I got on Gumroad, because I've been subscribed to Sam Hyde on Gumroad.
I don't know. I watch a shitload of fucking Count Dankula nowadays.
I haven't watched Count Dankula in a while. I go in and out of it sometimes. I used to watch it every single time he would upload, but now I would just like leave it for like a few months and then just like binge watch his stuff. That's kind of what I do.
Yeah. Well, because he's like great background noise, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, but, he does do some good stuff.
But a lot of guys I used to watch, I literally forgot their names because I stopped watching them because they got super political. Like there are guys who I used to watch all the time. Like I have an alert, bloop, oh, so-and-so's got a new video, and I watch them because they're all about RPG games and all that. And I literally have scrubbed them from my memory because they're not worth the time anymore. Like they get super political. They call anyone who plays like Kriegsguard Nazis. It's just like it just gets insufferable after a while.
Please, no. I suppose we should probably bring up Archcast.
Archcast.
I don't know. I've only ever like seen him once, and he gave me like a one-word response, and that was about it. So like,
Archcast got really full of himself over the years. When he gained that huge spike of popularity in his huge fan base, the dude stopped behaving like a normal person. He behaves like he I swear to God, he acts worse than most like OnlyFans like celebrities.
Yeah.
Like just so full of himself.
I haven't watched him in a long time. Whenever I did watch him, though, I did really enjoy him. I just haven't watched any of his stuff in a good few years. But like, I thought he was good at the time, but I just haven't. And again, I've never really interacted with him, so I've got no clue.
Do you watch It's a Gundam by chance or no?
I've seen his channel. I've never actually watched him.
Fucking love that dude.
Is any good? I've heard a lot of people say he's very good. The only thing I know about him is he got involved with something with Pokimane a while back.
No. Basically, he was dunking on Pokimane. She got butt hurt. like Gundam will just like go. He'll just point out obvious facts, and they'll get fucking absolutely ass mad about it. Like this guy's a fucking neo-Nazi. He's a black gay man, for God's sakes. Like
I love that chat. fucking love it when that shit happens.
I know, it's like-
I think it's so funny. It's like, you're a fucking asshole! It's like, oh my god. I think it's the funniest thing.
What I still love is how love after all these years, Seth Zinch is still like completely neutral ground. No one, he hasn't.
Oh yeah.
Like when Seth Zinch eventually posts his videos, they're always just funny, and there's never like because he's just Seth fucking Seth Zintach. This is what he is. He's just
His stuff's quite good. Yeah, I like him, but I feel like honestly since I was born, I just haven't watched much YouTube anyway since he's been born. Like the amount of YouTube that I would watch to what I did. Like Ozzy turned 2 over the weekend there, so we did. So like that's an idea. So see, for the past like 2 years, I would say I probably watched maybe 3 hours of YouTube.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Megan watches Turkey Tom, doesn't she?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So Megan should definitely watch Turkey Tom, because Turkey Tom is basically like picture like a giant mound of shit. Turkey Tom mines all the corn nuggets out of this shit and puts on this like he does things like the fall of Andy Dick. Hold on a second here.
Oh yeah,
like
Andy Dick. Was he the guy that had the lizard? He had like a pet lizard or something, and he like melted it.
No.
So he was, like, an actor.
No. See, Turkey Tom is just a channel where he basically compiles the history on like Boogie or the depraved stars of Dr. Phil, or like YouTubers destroyed by their fame. How Bam Margera ruined his life. Like he
Tom is the saddest thing ever. Like Eternal Child. It's so sad to watch.
Like he has a 3-hour video. It's all about Chris Chan's horrifying history.
Yeah. Honestly, you know what? You know someone who I absolutely love, and I get back onto it, and for whatever reason, I just haven't had the chance. Gino Samuels. He got married, so we did like last week, the week before, so we did as well. Honestly, Gino Samuels, best documentary about Chris Chan. You're not going to get a better one. It's just peak. So it is. He'd be one of my favorites.
Hold on. Do you watch Z Bashu? He's the guy who does like the like here. So Z does like the animated Keg, animated spell book. What's a Grognard?
I think he did something for him. A Flea Man did like a voice for him in a video a while back. So he did. And I watched that one, but I haven't honestly watched any other ones since then. You know who needs to make more videos? Fucking Flea Man. He makes it really good.
Freeman left my server, bro. I wasn't. I don't blame him though, because I was doing alerts.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, it's one of those ones. Freeman brilliant videos, but like honestly, he's busy. He's in that. He's just at that time period of his life where he's no time for like videos. You know what I mean?
No fun, only suffering.
Yeah. You know, which is a bit of a shame. I'd love to see him do more stuff, but like, it is what it is.
I still
you know who's quite good?
What's that?
I'll give you one other person that I do watch, but I do like him. I think he does good videos, but there's something like not quite right about him. Quest and Beast. I do really enjoy Quest and Beast. Yeah, he mostly does like OSR games. He does most reviews, so he does. He did Neve, so he did. Neve's second edition came out there a few months ago. His Kickstarter was absolutely massive, so it was for it. I think his videos are quite good overall. I quite like him, but
he has tired dad energy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, tired dad.
I feel deep down in my bones.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like his presentation style.
We live in the same fucking city.
Do you?
Bro, we live in the same city. What fucking Wichita? Bro! Wait. Whoa, wait a minute here. Hold on. We might be neighbors. 1 second.
Go check it out. You just show up in Quest and Beast house.
Oh my god, I drive by his house.
No, you do. Is that the actual...
Oh, sorry, don't hold on. Oh, that's his P.O. box. Okay, that makes far more sense. But I drive by his P.O. box.
Well, either way.
Oh my god, the wife works just down the front from his fucking P.O. box. What the fuck?
You go leave a message in a Guardbro. Go on, leave a video. Here, leave a copy of the Veil Lighters in it for him, sure.
Hey mate, I got a book for you. It's coming right into your P.O. box.
Yeah, I'll hand to the
Bro, we
free
both
right
live in
now.
Wichita. What the fuck? Like, he's across his box is across from fucking Yokohama and Ramen Izakaya, where I go to eat fucking anime themed ramen all the fucking time.
Well, there you
Bro,
go. I think he's good, but again, you're very like with old tired dad energy. I think he's very good at like scripted videos, but see when it comes to like live streams or like off the cuff sort of stuff, he just kind of struggles. You know, it's not his strong suit. But that would be the same.
we
for
should
me.
invite him here onto the podcast.
Well, I would argue I'm the complete opposite. See, when it comes to like me doing like scripted stuff, absolutely appalling.
We
I
don't
cannot
script
do-
anything. We bring him in, get him drunk, and let him loose.
Yeah. See what happens. No, so what I will say, he's a big fan of lamentations. He also really enjoys Morkborg. He likes a lot of the same games that I enjoy.
Well,
So,
we'll
you
bring
know,
in you do a gab like about Mark Borg like fucking teenage girls for an hour and a half. Oh my god, I love the name.
Well, like he likes the same stuff that I like, you know, and I think he does very, very well presentable.
I'll send him an
videos. So,
email.
like, that's all. I think we're gonna leave it here, will we? Is that us done? Is that us done? Is there no one else? I don't really want to get into too much more trouble. I don't think like the only person we were actually like meeting about was like
Crab can suck a dick.
Well, maybe he could too.
Go back in the bucket. Back in the bucket, Crab Man. Your videos are rote, overdone. You're just scumming on Reddit for views, which is true. Which is fine. Well, that and Crit Crab's literally like the fucking rainbow warrior nowadays. I will fight the Nazis for all the trans people. He's just like basically trying to build up a fan base of BaD orbiters. Crit Crab, look at me, look at me, Crit Crab. You are cringe.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully I don't get into too much issue for this video, and we'll see you next time.
Damn right you will. I'll be here in the background watching.
All those moments lost in time.